I'm aspiring registered dietitian. These are
Revised.
wants to lose weight. Give me it.
Tracking my intuitive eating. Good morning, y'all. What's up? It's Becky Reese here. Hey, y'all. It's Editing Becky. This video turned out to be a very chunky, meaty, extra protein, thick girl, hot girl summer type of video. So the timestamps will be located on the screen of the different sections and the different parts of this video. I kind of went in a little bit more of the sciencey, the math and calculations. So if you appreciate it, make sure you give it up, thumbs up, like it, drop a comment down below if you like more videos like this. All right, let's get on to the video. Thank you for coming back to my channel, and if you're new, I'm an aspiring registered dietitian who's all about science and sass, who basically lives on the farm. So I am rocking the Hailey Bieber look today, you know, the glasses, the chunky hoops, the hair tied back, just because I'm feeling a little bit sassy today and very excited for the video. So let me take out the shades because we're inside. But since the video of me tracking my intuitive eating I did about last summer blew up, I decided that I was going to track my intuitive eating again this time, but make it into a series of different time increments of tracking my intuitive eating, so we see how it changes, how it's like, and how basically it's based off of like a non-biased recording or non-biased video. So intuitive eating, it's totally different every single day, and I want to show you guys how I intuitive eat, but how it changes during different types of the year. Show you 2-day increment, my Sunday, which is kind of like a rest, active rest day where I just walk, and then on a Monday where I'm hitting some legs. And so dietitians use these calculators or calculations in order to calculate how many calories you need, how much water you need, fiber, everything, micro, macronutrients, and RDAs. So I'm going to show you guys how to use those calculations, and just want to throw it out there, little disclaimer, I am not a registered dietitian yet. So if you have health reasons or questions about what you eat in your health, please go see your health provider. And you know, what works for me might not work for you. That's a beauty and nutrition. I'm just trying to spread, you know, awareness about diet culture. I'm trying to cancel that. Like I'm trying to cancel under eating. I'm also trying to cancel like not feeling that great in your body, because everyone has a body, everyone's beautiful, you're not going to be happy every single day, you know, but like you're not going to eat perfect every day. Stop rambling, but you know, if you like and subscribe this video, please subscribe to the Reese channel, because it definitely will help me out, and I would love to have you a part of the squad and a part of my journey in becoming a registered dietitian. So let's get on to this video. So I'm going to show you how to calculate the daily needs, the daily energy needs, specifically on mine. So if you are triggered by numbers and weight, you can go and skip this part, and I'll include a timestamp of when you can skip this part. And then you're going to use Chronometer, which is a free website app. You're going to use the dietary guidelines to compare if you're meeting your micros and macros per your age, your weight, and your sex, but we're going to do that at the end of this video. And specifically, usually dietitians will take a range of your activity level, but I want to show you guys how my calories increase or decrease depending on my activity level. So today we are recording, today is just a active rest day for me, so all I did was just walk 2 miles in the morning. But tomorrow it's going to be more of like a heavy leg day, and so my activity level is going to go up. And so on the screen you can see that there are 2 different equations. You're using the MSJ equation, and there's one for a female and there's also one for males. So use the equation that are different for you. I'm going to include everything down in the description box, including notes and including website links. So on the screen, I am a female, 5'5", 153 pounds, and 23 years, and I included the female equation. So my activity level, as you can see, is quite low today. So we're going to do an average of 1.5, but tomorrow we're probably going to do of like 1.7. Just in case. This book is really easy. I'll go ahead and include this link to my Dietetic notebook that just has all the basic stuff that you need. It's also link orientated, So let's say if you click on like the cookie, then it brings you to the first page. There's formulas, there's my plate recommendations, there's medical terms, estimated protein needs, fluid needs, everything that you can use on your fitness journey, like micro and macro necessary things in sports nutrition. So this little book helps me out quite a bit, and I made it user friendly, so just in case like you're not into the nutrition realm, you know how to use it. So let's get back to it. So let's go ahead and we're going to change the 5'5" into centimeters, and then we're going to change the pounds into kilograms so that everything correlates with the equation. So let me choose a different color. So I am going to need, so let's write it out. So it's 10 times my weight in kilograms, which is, let's say that I'm 155, so it's 70.5 plus 6.25 times my height, which is 167.64 centimeters. Make sure everything's in centimeters and make sure everything's in kilograms. Minus 5 times my age, so I'm 23. And then we're going to subtract 161. So this number right here, I'm going to go ahead and calculate this off screen, and we're going to see how I need. So then we're going to take that number and we're going to multiply it times the activity factor. Let's call that the AF. And our AF is 1.5 because we just walked today. I went ahead off screen and calculated my calories that I needed. And then what you do is you're going to multiply that by your activity factor, which mine is 1.5. And in total, I need 2,321 calories. I just went ahead and rounded up because that's a little bit easier. And so we're going to need my protein needs, which is around 0.8 through 1.8. So we are going to need grams of protein. That's in grams. 5. So what you're going to do is 70.5 times 0.8, then 70.5 times 1.0. So we're just going to know that I need 70.5 grams of pro. And then let's do 70.5 times 0.8, which is 56.4. So let's round up to 71 grams, round that down to 56. So in total, I'm going to need 56 through 71 grams of protein. And then, so your fluid needs are just based on your calories. So for every one calorie, it's 1 fluid ounce. So just in case, I would need 2,321 fluid ounces of fluids today. For my first meal, I'm going to have some curry, and I think like 1 or 2 eggs. I will go ahead and put it on Chronometer and let you guys know. This is one of my favorite meals. Today is Sunday, so we just woke up. I had some coffee with some creamer. This is like one of my first meals, and it's more of like a veggie-based type of meal. I try to base my meals around vegetables, so it fills me up more. I like the crunch. I'm a type of person that likes to eat a lot of food, so vegetables, one thing does, and also has like micro macronutrients, which I'll go ahead and display it on the screen, and we'll see if I meet the requirements, the RDAs today, or if not, today is a low-key workout day, so I just walked a mile, 2 miles to be exact. But tomorrow I'm going to lift some weights, so we will see, depending on my activity factor and my hungerness, if it increases or decreases. I have this meal quite a bit. It's an Indian spicy curry with eggs to bump up the protein. I added potatoes and Cholula sauce to make it spicy, but also add a little bit more carbs to the meal. This is my second cup of coffee for the day. I probably have around like 3 or 4. So in order for me to not make it biased, I'm going to just pour my coffee in this cup and then measure it with this measuring cup to see how much I did drink. I use dairy-free creamers, so this is coconut almond milk, but this one's also the almond milk vanilla creamer. I do like a dash of this, so we will see how much I do end up drinking. I end up like eyeballing everything, and I don't put any sugar in my coffee because instead of drinking your sugar, I like to end up eating it, maybe have like a Greek yogurt. That's another thing that I have replaced in my diet. Before, I would have like cheesecake, coconut cream pies. But now, towards the end of the night, when I'm like having that sugar tip, I'll have Greek yogurt, like coconut Greek yogurt with some berries or a smoothie. But day to day, I do end up having treats like cookies and scones and muffins when I'm just feeling like it. But I change from eating that type of stuff every day to having more of like a healthier, more nutrient-dense types of food. So that's another tip that I've incorporated ever since I've gained a little bit of weight. And so just like tiny little tips and tricks, little like nudges in my diet I've seen a difference. But also I am also like satisfied when I'm craving something sweet. My mom brought home some banana and coconut cream pie, and before I'd usually go and like eat like basically half of it, but I just had a spoonful. I had a taste, and I realized I'm really not into it, don't really like the flavor, so I just only had a spoonful. And then I'm gonna have a sparkling water that has 0 calories while I watch some scary movie today and chill out. But it's kind of amazing to think that I would binge out on sweet things but only have a spoonful. So that's one of the fun things that I learned about intuitive eating, as you can really realize that some sugary things you don't like as much. These are one of my favorite chips, an alternative to hot Cheetos and Takis. So I'm going to see how many I eat. Well, I watch some YouTube Will Tennyson, and I'm a big snacker, so we'll probably see a lot more snacks. Comment down below your favorite snack, and if you rather have snacks instead of a full meal. I'm definitely more of I'd rather eat a whole bunch of snacks than a meal. So after the chips, I was hungry, and I decided that I wanted to eat more of the chips, but I went ahead and started to eat this Chobani yogurt. I have a 4th cup of blueberries, which I measured, and 2 teaspoons of almond butter. This is part of the hunger crushing complex. It's a source of protein, fiber, and fat. And Cooper might have a little taste of it after I'm done. But I was hungry, so I decided to have a proper snack instead of basically eating the whole chips bag, which has helped me maintain my weight, but also help me keep me satisfied for longer. So I'm going to eat this while I watch a little bit more of Netflix and have a chill day. For dinner, I'm just having half a cauliflower, really thin crusted pizza with honestly 2 pieces of chicken and kale with Cholula, and that is going to be my dinner. But we'll see how I feel later. If I'm hungry later, then I might have some more curry. But I'm also having a scary movie-thon, so we'll see if I'm hungry or not. But yeah, cheers. This is dinner. Just came back visiting my grandma's new puppy, Abby. So sweet, so cute. And I am just enjoying this kombucha, lavender, and lemonade. It's super good. It's brewed in Atlanta, craft brewed, aged oak. It is super, super good. The macros on this aren't bad at all. I mean, there's only 2 grams carbohydrates. There's 0 added sugars. And instead of drinking alcohol, I drink these kombucha drinks, and they are super, super good. But yes to kombucha. This one doesn't have the like tangy vinegar taste, by the way. Super good. Definitely recommend. Cooper and I are about done eating today. We're gonna watch Fear Street and wear our matching fit. You can tell I'm wearing the matching shorts, which the matching pullover. But yeah, we are going to call it a night, and tomorrow I'll show you the difference between how I eat on a rest day versus a heavy workout day. We had a great day of eating. That's basically what intuitive eating is all about: nourishing your body, listening to your body, listening to your taste buds, also your stomach, and drinking a lot of coffee and caffeine. Well, that's basically me. But we're going to cuddle the rest of the night, and then we will wake up fresh, revised, and ready to go for tomorrow. About half the portion I had this morning, I'm going to eat dinner because I got a little bit hungry while watching my movie, but this is mostly vegetables and a little bit of potato. Cooper wants to go inside, so cheers. was full, so this is probably what I have left. Probably about 1/4 a cup left. I ate till I was full and didn't need to overstuff myself. I take 2 multivitamins. Well, this one's the biotin for hair, skin, and nails to grow my long hair because I chopped it. And then I also take this Focus Factor. It has all these vitamins in the back. And the reason why I take a multivitamin, just so that I'm good on my micronutrients, and it covers everything. There's really not that much of an upper limit on vitamins, maybe like the water-soluble ones, maybe vitamin A you have to watch out for, but if not, if you have an overage of the vitamins, then you just pee it out. So I make sure I take a multivitamin, so I just check off all my micronutrients if I don't get it in that day from food. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up for today. I'll see you tomorrow for leg day. Good morning. Today is the heavy lift weights day, and I just had my usual cup of coffee. I had an 11 ounce of coconut water and some water, and I might make a smoothie to have something in my stomach. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys the difference between my metabolism and my eating habits on a day that I'm rested versus a day that I have a heavy workout. Just finished my pre-workout 1 mile, and now it's time for my workout. I'll display my workout on the screen. It's by Kylie Ross's Overtime, and it's going to be a sweaty workout. So let's get to it, and I'll update you guys after I'm done. more satisfied, but also fat could raise up the caloric because it's 9 calories per gram, or carbohydrates and protein are only 4 calories per gram. But that's getting into a little bit more science. So let's look at this. In all, I did a pretty good job of meeting the recommended daily amounts. My vitamins, my minerals look pretty good. And the thing that I said is there's not really an upper limit for water-soluble vitamins because you'll just pee it out. You have to watch for your fat-soluble because it stays in your fat, that's stored in your fat. But all of mine didn't hit the upper limit. And you can also find the upper limits in the DGA. You might have to watch out for vitamin A, but as you can see here, I'm within the appropriate levels. You could say that my vitamin K, I need a little bit more vitamin K. My potassium needs to be higher, but the thing about it is my sodium is a lot higher. It's around 23,000 milligrams is what's the recommended daily value, which I'm definitely above that. I could limit or reduce my hot sauce use or the extra table salt that I do use at the table, and also processed foods like those pop chips have higher salt. So a lot of salt can raise up your blood pressure, and that could end up making you be hypertensive. But at this time, I think I'm totally fine. I drink enough water. I end up sweating a lot. So having a higher number not necessarily doesn't mean that I'm in the danger zone, because you have to count everything that has to do with like your environment, how you're feeling, how much you're working out, if you're living in a humid climate versus a dry climate, how much do you sweat. And if I don't have above the recommended daily amount of salt, then I start twitching, I don't feel good, my electrolytes are low. So it all depends on you. And again, please talk to your healthcare provider, your own doctor, and see what's for you, because these recommended daily amounts are not necessarily everything by book that you have to follow. So I went ahead and I did the calculations for the percent carbohydrates, percent lipids. I'm within the 45 to 65% recommended daily amount. As you can see right here, I'm at 38%, which is good, but I need more fiber, which is 28 grams. So throw in an extra salad and that I will still be within my recommended energy amount. I usually do eat salads, but again, you know, rest days, I don't really want to eat a salad, so I'm not going to force myself to. The rest of the days, I'll go ahead and make it up. So that's a really good thing about intuitive eating. Maybe one day you eat above or eat below, but you do end up accounting for it the next day, as you can see in day 2. And my fat's 42% amount. I need to decrease it. I'm a little bit higher on this day. It's around 30%, so recommended higher level. But I do need to increase my omega-3s and my omega-6s, which probably needs more, a handful of nuts, seeds, throw in a piece of salmon towards the end of the week. That will definitely meet my recommended daily amount. Instead of cooking with butter, I can cook with olive oil. Same thing with the saturated fat, replace the butter with olive oil. But at the same time, I do like the way that butter makes me love my food and it satisfies me more. So maybe half the week I could do butter, half the week I could do olive oil. Totally fine. In the end, it looks like that, in the end, I look like I'm balanced on day 1. My fiber, I need to increase. My fats are too high, but I do need to increase my omega-3s and omega-6s. Again, fish and nuts and seeds. My vitamin K is too low. My potassium and my sodium's too high, so I can take a supplement with vitamin K and potassium, or I can find foods that are higher in potassium, like kiwis and bananas, strawberries. Vitamin K could be spinach and other sorts of vitamins and stuff. I rather eat to get the nutrients rather than taking a supplement. But if I don't meet it, then I, take my daily multivitamin, my hair, skin, and nail pills. So overall, day 1, I look like I was balanced. So day 2, as you can see, I need around 2,630 calories, which is definitely an increase from day 1, just because I'm doing like a heavy weight state. As you can see, I need more calories to have more energy to replace my glycogen storage. So I would see if my body needs a little bit more carbs. But, day 2's results were kind of skewed, as life. When is life ever perfect? I ended up biting my tongue, so my protein plummeted, my calories plummeted just because I wasn't feeling hungry and didn't want to eat because my tongue was hurting. But that's totally fine because the way intuitive eating is, the rest of the week I'll probably make it up, probably make up more protein, but in a way I can be more conscious of, oh, I need more protein, and how is my body feeling? Do I need more carbs throughout the week when I'm working? So I really like how, intuitive eating, you don't track your food, but once in a while see how it is, and think, oh, be a little more conscious, which is I think is super cool. Most people will see this as recessive, totally not against intuitive eating, but I kind of find this informational and educational. As long as you see tracking your micros and macros as educational and fun to you, I don't see any problem. But where I see a problem is if it gets obsessive and you worry about the numbers. Like I said, nutrition is not going to be one size fits all. Nutrition is so completely different. So let's talk about day 2. It's definitely my workout day. And as you can see, I'm definitely really low on calories, but that's okay. I'll make it up later, especially towards the end of my month. And my caffeine's pretty okay. I'm around 200, which is towards, he's recommended 200 to 400 milligrams of caffeine towards the day. My carbohydrates are okay. As you can see, they're higher because I worked out that day, but it's within the limit. My fiber is great. It's almost a double it, so I made up for the day before. My fats, again, is 30%, which is right at the recommended level. So I see that I'm more towards the fat. I eat more fat, a part of my diet, which you could say that fat's more calories per gram, but that's what satisfies me and that's what gets me going. I'm not trying to lose weight. So if that satisfies me, and as long as I do eat nutrient-dense food, I don't see how I have a problem in that. My omega-3s and my omega-6s, again, need to be higher. They're not within the range. Omega-3s, 1.1, omega-6s, 12 grams. So again, I need to incorporate more fish and more nuts and seeds and beans into my diet, which will probably satisfy me more and add more fiber, which fiber keeps you fuller for longer. I've noticed that when I stuck to the hunger crushing complex, the source of protein, fat, and fiber, that I'm satisfied longer. So as long as I stick to that when I plan out my meals, I can see multiple meals, I follow that. I feel like I end up meeting the RDAs that are recommended for me. My protein definitely needs to go up, but again, I didn't eat my last meal what I planned on eating with vegetables and the sources of protein like chicken because I bit my tongue, so I only had 2 eggs in the egg drop soup. So I definitely see where that could be increased. But let's look at my vitamins and my minerals. Everything is great, everything's right at the RDAs. And then let's look at it. My magnesiums, my phosphorus, and my potassium, once again, are very low. So I can eat a source of chocolate, which is really good. Dark chocolate has magnesiums, but I can incorporate more vegetables. Phosphorus and potassiums, I can incorporate more fruits and vegetables into my diet. Throw that in a salad. That's one way you can meet all your RDAs. And once again, my sodium is definitely higher today because I did up eating a whole bunch of hot sauce, which that is my one Achilles heel. I love hot sauce, especially Cholula, but that's okay because once again, I do end up sweating a lot. I live in a humid climate and I'm constantly on the move, and I need a little bit more salt so I don't feel achy and my muscles are hurting. It all depends on how much salt, it all depends on how much you're sweating. So once again, ask your primary care doctor. Energy level needed to be increased, but again, I will show you in the upcoming video of me tracking my intuitive eating on my PMS right before my period and see how higher or how does my intuitive eating change. But you would think that I would be quote unquote gaining weight or not fitting into my clothes because I end up eating more towards the end of the month. But throughout the beginning of the month, when my hormones are balanced and my hormones, you know, are right here where my estrogen's higher, my progesterone's lower, and then as soon as I ovulate, they switch, and as soon as I have my period, they're all in whack. They go poof. So that's accounts for of me when estrogen makes me feel happier, it doesn't make me feel a little bit sad. So I do end up balancing out the way that I do eat towards the end of the month. So overall, my intuitive eating was there. And yeah, you know, nutrition is different for everyone, and what works for you might not work for me. But honestly though, intuitive eating has helped me with my body image, has helped me not obsess over food, has helped me even become even confident, and has given me extra time that I was focusing on food to focus on me, myself, and figure out what truly I like to do. So I just wanted to show you guys my intuitive eating, my food freedom, and just a little bit more sciencey and sass, you know, science, sass, you know, and show you guys how you can track your eating and do these simple calculations and find and learn so much about yourself and learn so much about nutrition. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, drop a comment down below because it definitely does help me out. And if you want to see more videos of me tracking my intuitive eating during different set points in my life, make sure you keep up with my video and my channel and the research, because we'd love to have you here. On that note, peace out. Bye. I have hot girl summer stuff to do. Sips coffee.